I told you that you can make your goals more of a competition instead of a chore? Motivation comes from action, okay, but confidence really comes from data. And bingo cards are a great way to keep track of that data.
Leave in peace, 'cause all of these niggas be on you.
Hello, beautiful, and welcome back to another video. Now, as you know, this is the beginning slash kind of beginning of Q3, but really at the end of the day, this is us stepping into the second half of the year. Now, I've been meaning to get this video to you for a minute now, and so I do apologize that it is a little bit on the late side, but nonetheless, it is still important that I am bringing this video to you, because today we are going to be talking about how to break down our yearly goals into quarterly goals and to make it into a little competition. What if I told you that you can make your goals more of a competition instead of a chore? Personally, I know that in the past, when I used to set my goals, sometimes they felt a little unattainable. Maybe because they were really big goals and I really didn't know how I was going to go from point A to point Z, and maybe just because those goals really didn't align with what I actually wanted. They're more so goals that I felt were placed on me by societal standards. So first step, of course, is just really getting in tune with yourself and what your goals are. But nonetheless, that is what we're going to be talking about today and breaking that down. If this is your first time seeing my beautiful face, my name is Stephanie, but you can call me Stephanita because we are back again with another video. And in today's video, like I said, we will be talking about how to break down those goals into quarterly goals to make them more attainable. Now, I create content so that you can be living and feeling like you're living your best life. And I create travel, lifestyle, and personal development content. So if you feel like you would like my channel, please do me a favor and hit that red button to subscribe to my channel. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, you guys. And my goal is to really be there by the end of the quarter. So really by September 30th. Wait, 30 days has September. Yep, September 30th. So let's see if we can make that happen, bestie. Come on now, hit that red button to go ahead and subscribe to help us this out. If you also feel like you gained a little bit of value from this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button, because that's going to suggest to the algorithm that this is a good video for others to watch as well, who are also looking for ways to make their goals more attainable for them. Now that we got the introduction out of the way, friend, let's go ahead and get into making sure that we can hit our goals. In order for this video to truly be effective, friend, I'm gonna need you to have your goals out and ready, okay? Now, personally, I always break down my goals. Oh, it's raining outside. Luckily, the lighting is so good. I've been delaying making this video because the weather has just been so bad here, and it's really been making me sad. I'm not gonna lie, but luckily I was able to squeeze a little bit of sunlight out of the day, and I was like, okay, we're just gonna go ahead and record now because I don't got time for this to be gloomy, but it is what it is, like whatever. Anyway, like I said, let's go ahead and get into the video. Now, in order for this to be truly effective, I need you to come with your goals, okay? Personally, I have my handy dandy computer, and the tools that you're going to need in order to make this truly work for you is Canva. You're definitely going to need Canva, and you can make a free account with using your Google if you have a Gmail address. And if you don't, I would suggest creating one. You don't have to have a Gmail, but you could just go ahead and create an account. And then I also suggest coming with your goals already prepared. How I do my goals, and I'll do this like a really super quick overview because I really want this to be focused more so on turning your goals into the bingo card. But I do have videos that go ahead and break down how you can make your goals, and I will definitely have them tagged up here and linked in the description below. But the method that I use for my goals when I know I have super big goals is I like to break them down, first of all, into sections, right? I have business goals, I have health and fitness goals / wellness goals, I have personal development goals, financial goals, and things like that, of course. But I also want to make sure that I take those goals and turn them into SMART goals. And if you haven't heard of SMART goals is an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable / achievable, realistic, and timely. Specific, you have to be super specific about what you want. Let's just use a weight loss example. In order to break that down into a SMART goal, I'm just going to do the whole thing. I want to lose 20 pounds within 12 months by meal prepping every single week, going to the gym 3 to 4 times out of the week in strength training, and getting in at least 7,000 steps a day. I just turned that into a very specific, measurable, attainable/achievable, realistic and timely goal. I know exactly how much weight I want to lose, how much time I have, how it's going to be realistic for me because I'm meal prepping and I'm going to the gym and I'm getting my steps in. And measurable, how am I going to measure that? Of course, you get stuck on the scale. You can do like increments of how much weight you're losing, of course, and then that turned into a very specific goal. So that's an example of how I want you to break down your goals, and that could be for business, that could be for health and wellness, that could be for personal development, of course. Like you can't just say I want to read more books. I said I wanted to read more books, but then I had to turn that into a SMART goal by just saying I wanted to read at least 2 books a quarter, and that was very realistic for me. I can read. I have complete capability to read a full book, so I could definitely do that. That's what I want you to do. But there's also another method that you could use as well. You could use the 12-12-4-1 method, which 12 is interchangeable with however many months, but basically what you do is 12 to 36 months. So 1 to 3 years is your big goal. Say you want to buy a house, right? And that is your big 1 to 3 year goal. Now you have to turn that into 12-week objectives. So in 12 weeks, what are you doing in order to help you work towards your yearly to 3-year objective of buying that house? Then from there, how can you turn that into a weekly action or objective to make sure that you are on track to buy that house? And then from there, you could turn it into a daily action, such as, not eating out every day, meal prepping your lunch, saving X amount of money per week, saving X amount of money per quarter, so on and so forth. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, let us know. I'll help you out. But cool, perfect. Now, I am assuming, friend, that you came with your goals already prepared. So like I said, I'm not going to do a super deep dive. If you want to learn more about how to set, make, and do all kind of goals like that, please watch my entering your winter art video. I go super in depth there. There's probably a couple other videos on my channel that I do as well, but I'll probably make another one this year, probably doing another winter art sort of vibe. So just be on the lookout for that. But let's go ahead and get into how to turn your goals into a bingo card. So every quarter I create a bingo card to help turn my goals into something that is a little bit more competitive for me. I am very competitive. I am an Aries. We are competitive in nature. So I like to naturally just be the best at everything. And that is, a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. Now, like I said, I used to set some really big goals, but I really didn't have a way of how to accomplish these goals. I just kind of said, this is what I want to do. Let's see if we can make it happen. So in order for me to get a little bit more granular about how to do that, of course, I had to turn those bigger goals into quarterly goals. And so I used the methods that I just told you guys. And from there, I broke it down even smaller, right? Daily actions. What are some tasks that I could do to help me work towards my larger goals? For example, this year, even in my winter art video, I kept saying, I want to start a business. I want to start a business. This is what I want to do. I want to create digital products. Okay, cool. That's great. And in Q1, I got so specific about how I was going to do that. Even on my bingo card, you could see, okay, finish the travel guide, finish your travel itineraries, finish your pack like a pro packing list. And those were all mini goals on my quarterly bingo card. And from there, I was able to complete my stand store because I was able to pinpoint, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to do, instead of just being like, oh, I want to create digital products. I want to start a business. I got really specific and it was like, okay, cool. Now I know exactly what I'm working towards. And now that is helping to contribute to the overall yearly goal. Today, I'm going to show you how to create a bingo card using Canva. And I also will probably just link a template for you as well. Now, shout out to my friend, my line sister. She actually was the one who put me on to making a bingo card for my goals. And I think that truly changed my life. She just showed me her bingo card and I was like, what is this? And she was like, oh yes, this is a bingo card for my goals that I make every year. Last year I did this and it really helped me to get a little bit more momentum when it came to accomplishing my goals. And I was like, that sounds lit. I think I need that in my life.
I need that. Whoa. I want that. Yeah. I have that. Yeah. I gotta have that.
So I'm gonna do that, and I have been doing it ever since. So shout out to her. She knows who she is. So this is also really great for people who are visual learners. So if you're a visual learner, this is perfect for you. If you need to visually see and track your progress, trust me, this is going to be perfect for you, because once you cross off, a little bingo slot, you're going to be like, oh, heck yeah, like, let's keep it going. You get bingo, you're going to be like, whoa, what the heck? Like, I just got bingo on a bingo card. Then you feel like you have to treat yourself, which what you do, you guys, don't forget to treat yourself. You have to reward yourself, because at the end of the day, that is the only way to reinforce behavior, is through rewards. And if you have read Atomic Habits, you already know that that is my sugar honey iced tea. That is like literally tea when it comes to setting goals and habits and things like that. So definitely reward yourself. We thrive off of reward systems. Like even as children, that's the same way we train our dogs. You know, you say sit down, right? And you give them a treat and they're like, okay, cool. So when they say sit, and I sit, I'll get a treat. So positive reinforcement is just how we function as humans. Like I don't know anyone who doesn't enjoy positive reinforcement. So make sure to treat yourself. But yeah, so making a bingo card definitely keeps you engaged with your goals. It helps with that visual learning. It gamifies success because it builds momentum as you start to check things off. And then it also helps to break down your yearly goals into bite-sized quarterly goals, so that way you can work towards accomplishing your yearly goals. So that's why I like creating a bingo card. I do this every single quarter, even if that quarter I didn't do that well. Like Q2, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, was not the best quarter for me. I kind of had a lot going on. It started with my birthday, and the whole month of April I was outside, y'all. Like I was outside for no reason. I mean, there was a reason for the first half when I was having my birthday. Then the second half, it was like, okay, girl, you need to sit down. But then we moved, so there was a lot going on with that. May, right after the move, I was still getting adjusted. And then June, I don't even know with June. Like, what even happened in June? So that goes to show you, I didn't take Q2 too seriously, but I'm back on my game in Q3 because it's back to getting right, to getting focused. I let myself have that little quarter. I wasn't too hard on myself either, because Q1 was amazing for me and it really built a lot of momentum for the year. But imagine if I just had those Q1 goals be yearly goals and that's it, right? No, we're going to keep it going. One of my yearly goals, for example, is to build consistency as well as momentum with my YouTube channel. So every quarter I have a goal of posting at least 10 videos on my channel, not including short form content. Every quarter I have successfully posted 10 videos, which means at this point I'm probably around 20-ish, 22, 23 videos in on my YouTube channel, and I've officially surpassed 100 videos. I'm very happy with that, but I'm going to keep building that momentum because I do have a goal of hitting at least 1,000 subs by the end of the year, really by the end of the quarter. But if that doesn't happen, like I said, I'm not going to be too hard on myself. But that's one of the things that I have on my bingo card to help me keep that momentum going, because once I check that off, I get really excited and it gets me excited to do more. Now, notice how I said every bingo card has 10 videos, right? Just because I felt like I did really well with posting 10 videos, I have to be mindful of how much effort that also took for me. I don't want to say, okay, you did 10. Now let's see if you could do 12. Now let's see if you could do 15, when doing 10 was already really challenging for me. So you have to be mindful of when to go ahead and up the scope or when to keep it where it's at. Just like in the gym, right? Right when you are, doing hip thrusts and you're getting to a weight that's like, oh, this is challenging. You probably stay at that weight for a couple of weeks before you move up to another weight, right? Now what I want you to do is I want you to go to canva.com and I literally want you to search up bingo card templates. So I'm going to go to canva.com right now so that I can see exactly what pops up for you guys too. And like I said, I will link my template as well that I use, but I also want you to just go and see exactly what you can find, because you might not like my template. I see so many, you guys, I see dozens of templates for you to choose from. So literally choose the one that you feel like suits you best. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the bingo card that I have, so that way I can be able to just instruct you guys just a little bit better. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows going down and 5 going across as well. So I have 25 slots on my bingo card. I leave myself a free spot right in the middle, but you could sub that with self-care night, something really easy so that you can get one at least. So I take my yearly goals. Let's use the example of building a brand. So I am definitely doing my best to build a brand this year, build Stefanina up. Who is Stefanina? What does Stefanina like to do? Who does Stefanina work with? What type of videos and content does Stefanina post? So I do my best to go ahead and break that down into quarterly goals. And for example, some of the goals that I have on here are make an impact.com account, start an email marketing campaign for my business, post 10 YouTube videos, weekly office hours and schedule out content every Sunday, start a new YouTube series, create a brand kit for Stephanie. So all these things are little things that I can literally set aside one weekend every month, not every month, 1 hour out of every weekend to work on. And you have to be really serious about your goals, guys. Like, I don't want you to just, make a bingo card just to make the bingo card. Like, if you're going to make a bingo card to accomplish goals, do it. Like, why are you wasting your time to make a bingo card if you're not actually going to work towards those goals? So once you open Canva and you go ahead and have your bingo card template, now what I want you to do is start to take your yearly goals and break them down into those bite-sized goals. For example, at the beginning of the year, my goal was to be more consistent in the gym. However, I didn't even have a gym membership. So that was literally one of the cards on my bingo card. Get a gym membership. That's literally how bite-sized your goals can be. It doesn't have to be anything too extravagant, especially when you're just starting out, right? You want to make it more attainable, but even small things like that can sometimes be difficult. Like, I literally had to sit down and be like, okay, girl, stop playing, like, get the gym membership. And I did. And that was one of the goals that I was able to check off. And then from there, I was like, okay, now because I have a gym membership, I can commit to going to the gym 3 to 4 times out the week. Boom, did that. Okay, now that I've committed to going to the gym 3 to 4 times out the week, now I want to go and start strength training 3 times out the week. Boom. Okay, did that. You see how easy those bite-sized goals can be to attain? That is the goal for you, okay? So choose, it could be a 5x5, it could be a 4x4, it can literally be whatever feels right for you. It definitely doesn't have to be anything extravagant. I just want you to choose a template and then stick with that, okay, sis? Now what I want you to do, step 3 is customize that card, okay? Every quarter I got different colors on my card, okay? Like, I don't want no quarter to look the same. This quarter is like dark purple and blue. I don't know why. I just chose dark purple and blue. It has like really nothing to do with anything. I was just like, okay, this is cute. Let's keep it pushing. But what you could also do is, like, if you have, fitness goals, they could be yellow. If you have personal goals, they could be blue. If you have business goals, they could be pink. So it depends on you how you want to customize your little squares, but just remember to be consistent with whatever you choose. Don't switch it up from quarter to quarter. Like, if yellow is health and fitness, let yellow be health and fitness from start of the year to the end of the year. Okay. That's optional. I don't do that on my bingo cards because I just feel like that would be a little too confusing. But if you're a person who functions better off of color coding, then please do that. Like, make sure it works for you. And like I said before, I use a free space. So I put in the middle of free space. It literally just says, what does it say? It literally just says you got this. And every quarter I have at least one free space. But like I said, you could sub that for a self-care night, making sure that you at least do one self-care night out the entire quarter. You could do that with like getting 8 hours of sleep, like something super silly, something super simple, emphasis on that, okay, friend? But something super simple to make sure that you can at least get one, because I promise you guys that builds that momentum. Now that it's Q3 for me, I've already built a lot of momentum from the beginning of the year, and I've already started to build on those yearly goals. So in December, I sat down and I wrote my 2025 goals. And from there, from those 2025 goals, I said, okay, cool. Now I'm going to go ahead and make my Q1 goals. And every quarter I go back and I look at my 2025 goals and see how I can break them down into quarters. How can I make this more bite-sized to be attainable for me this quarter? What small actions can I take for me to be working towards my bigger goals? Literally like that. And that's all that I want you to do from taking that and putting them into little squares. So if it is losing weight, getting in the gym 4 times out of the week, meal prepping every Sunday, finding new recipes to make every week, not every week even, because that's a lot. I don't want you to feel like you're doing too much. Like, find a new recipe to make every month. Boom, simple as that. Try a green juice meal prep for 1 week. And you could do fun stuff like that on your bingo card. For example, this quarter on my bingo card, I have some fun things. I have some really fun things. I have go to a pole dancing class, because my sis has been doing pole dancing classes and she keeps raving about it. And I'm like, I'm missing something. I need to try this. So I wanted to go to a pole dancing class. I want to try that. And so what I'm going to do for you guys is I am going to link the template that I use for my bingo card down below so that you can use that yourself. But the last step that I want you to do once you finish your bingo card is I want you to either print that thing out, or I want you to save it as your phone wall screen or your computer wall screen, whatever you got to do to remind yourself of these goals. Don't just make this bingo card and then move on about your day. My bingo card has been my phone screen since I have created this bingo card, because I need to be constantly reminded, okay, this is what you're working towards. This is what you're doing. I personally set aside an hour to 3 hours every single weekend to be working on on YouTube content, my goals, my business, and things like of that nature so that I can make sure that I'm making progress towards my goals. And if you're serious about your goals, you will do the same thing. If you're serious about your growth, you will do the same thing. Same way people set aside an hour every single day to go to the gym, that is exactly what you need to be doing when it comes to going to your goals. Now, to be fair, you guys, I'm not trying to preach to you at all. I am not trying to make it seem like this is what you need to do and you'll be this and you'll do that. I'm just simply telling you some of the habits and the strategies that have worked for me to help me to accomplish my goals. And I really hope that this is something that will help you, which is why I'm creating a whole video about it, to go ahead and share the wealth. Because I do not believe in gatekeeping knowledge. I do not believe in gatekeeping knowledge, especially that makes you better, that helps you to get to the next step in your life. Because I feel like everybody around me needs to level up. If you are watching my videos, I want you to level up, friend. I want you to join me at the top. I don't believe in looking at people at the top and just waving. I believe in pulling people up. And this is something that has truly worked for me this year. I do believe that this year has been one of my best years known to man in terms of being able to be efficient, to get things done, to be consistent. Every quarter, I have truly felt myself getting better. And I want the same for you. I want nothing but the same for you and the people around me. So I am creating a video like this just to help. And I really want to know from you. So print that out, friend. Please print it out. Make it your home screen. Do what you got to do. If you need help, please just let me know. But at the end of the day, you need to start with those yearly goals, break them down into quarterly goals. And from those quarterly goals, what are some small actions you can take to achieve those goals? What I really want you to do now is to go ahead and go create your bingo card. Do what you got to do. You can happily play a while you're creating your bingo card, or you could just even do that after this video. And if you feel like showing me, great. If not, I believe in you and I trust that you are making the right decision and you're putting the right things on your bingo card. Please tell me how it has helped you to stay personally motivated. I know for me that whenever I feel lost in terms of not knowing what to do next in order to achieve my goals, I know for a fact that I can look at my bingo card and be like, okay, this is what I need to do. These are the next steps, because I created the bingo card for a reason, right? I looked at my goals. I looked at my Q3 goals and was like, okay, from here, these are the small actions I need to take in order to help myself get to this point. That's exactly what you could be doing. And that's how it's helped me personally, because I mean, we all have times where we feel lost. We don't know what to do next. We don't feel like, we're doing the right things to accomplish our goals. We feel like we're just kind of wasting time. Bingo cards are a great way to just reel it back in. Come on, friend, reel it back in and then get back to action. If you want more tools like this, definitely let me know. I would be very, very happy to go ahead and make more videos like this, because I love personal development. I love self-growth. I think just like being able to just level up and get better is just, it really motivates me. So I'm down to make more content like this. You guys just let me know what you want to see. And of course, I will be showing you guys what I've been wanting to see in video form to you. So just be on the lookout, stay tuned, and then comment like one thing that you're putting on your bingo card. I told you guys like 5 things that I have on my bingo card. It's only fair. It's only fair that you share with me some of your things. Only if you want to, though. No pressure. No pressure at all. I know goals can be very personal, so I just want you to do whatever makes you comfortable, whatever makes you happy, and whatever makes you motivated. And just remember, you guys, that motivation comes from action. I'm not motivated to go to the gym. I get motivated to go to the gym when I go to the gym and I start my workout. And it's like, okay, well, I'm already here now. And then the minute that playlist comes on, it's like, okay, now I'm in gym mode. But I promise you, I do not get motivated to go to the gym until I literally walk in there and I scan my little membership ID. And I'm like, okay, well, since you're here now, you might as well work out and get a good one and might as well make the most of your time, right? And I was literally listening to a video today, I think from Layla or Mosey. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but what she said was so true, and it really stuck out to me because I couldn't agree more. It's about confidence, and I used to think that confidence comes from just telling yourself that you're confident, but confidence really comes from data. And bingo cards are a great way to keep track of that data. The more that you do an action and the more that you prove to yourself that you're good at that action, the more confident you become. And so the more you do something and the more you build that action, the more data that you get from doing something, that's what builds confidence. Not you telling yourself, you're confident, you can do this, you can do it. Of course you can. You can do anything that you want. But at the end of the day, that confidence really comes from the action and the data that you get from that action. The more you go to the gym and start to lose weight, the more you become confident in the fact that you can lose weight, period. Just like that. So I want you guys to go into each quarter with that in mind. Confidence comes from data. Get as much data as you can. Accomplish as many things as you can to add to that data, to add to that set or that list of things that proves to you that you can do this. So that way, whenever you feel as if you're lacking, you feel as if you can't do it, refer back to the data, refer back to the actions that you've already done, refer back to the weight that you've already lost, the businesses you've already started, the videos you've already posted, because that'll literally show you everything you need to know. With that said, I appreciate you, friend, for tuning into today's video. I truly do hope that this helped you to gain a little bit more confidence and clarity when it comes to creating your goals and to staying on top of your goals. Because I know at the beginning of the year, we get super excited, right? We get very motivated. It's New Year's, it's New Year, new me. I'm gonna do this year. And then, March comes around and you're like, is that even possible anymore? It is possible because you're still here, you're still standing, and anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it and you put action behind it. Motivation comes from action, friend. And I need you to start putting in the reps so that you can get to the goals that you want to get, that you've been saying that you wanted to achieve this whole time. Don't keep saying that you're going to do this and you're going to do this and telling your friends, oh yeah, I'm going to do this year, and another year goes by that you don't do it. I really want you to get serious because your dream life is completely attainable, but it's not just going to be handed to you. Because at the end of the day, the universe needs action. They reward action. Once they see, okay, this person is putting in work. Okay, let's give them with this and see how they function. You don't just start making more money, right? You start working harder. You get a new job. You get a raise because you've been putting in more work. They see potential in you, not just because you go to work every single day, So I am going to stop talking because we will be here literally all day if I keep talking about goals, because this is something that I'm really very passionate about. But I appreciate you, friend, for tuning into today's video. If you really enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, like I said, and hit that red button to subscribe to the family. Like I said, we are on the road to 1,000 subs, and I'm really trying to be there by September 30th. So help a girl out, help her dreams come true. That is one of my goals this year, and I hope that you can help me to accomplish that goal. And if you really enjoyed the video, please also be sure to give it a thumbs up, because that is going to suggest to the algorithm that this is a good video for others who are looking for ways to accomplish their goals as well to watch. I would love to have you back for the next video, so make sure to hit that bell to turn on post notifications. And if you feel so inclined, please let me know what one of your goals are in the comments, because I would love to know and see how I can also help you. Maybe I'll have some resources or anything like that, but definitely be sure to check the description down below. You can also check out my Stan store down below, because that has access to a lot of travel resources. As you know, I do specialize in travel planning, preparation, execution, all those kinds of things. And I would love for you to check those resources out to help you plan, prepare, and execute your trips a lot better. In the next coming weeks, I'll actually be having a series where I start planning my Greece trip for my birthday. I turn 25 next year. I'm so excited, and I'm gonna be in Greece. I'm not gonna be in the United States of America on my 25th birthday. I will not be here, okay? So we will be in Greece. You and me, we won't be in Greece, okay? Because I'm taking you with me, obviously. But we're about to plan that trip. And I decided we're gonna plan this together. So be sure to stay tuned for that. If you love travel, if you love all that kind of stuff, that is coming in the next couple of weeks. I'm super excited to sit down with you and plan this trip, because sis, I have been needing a vacation. You can never have too many vacations, right? Am I lying? No, probably not. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. I appreciate you for tuning in. And like I said, be sure to share this with a friend who also is trying to be on their personal development, gains their personal development journey, okay? I will see you in the next one. I love you so much. Bye.